11 Ways to Crush Your Inner Weakness and Succeed in Life. Hello everybody, and welcome to Male Wisdom. We all have weaknesses that can keep us from becoming the men we want to be. In this video, I will show you 11 powerful techniques to help you overcome any weakness and become a more muscular man. So sit back, relax, and let me show you how it's done. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. So do you attempt to bolster your inner strength? You appear to be straining under the weight of a self-defeating mindset. Are you willing to stop suffocating yourself and break free from old habits? On some days, the voice in your head can be extremely insistent. It is disrespectful on some days. It hurts when your self-criticism takes over your life. It doesn't make you feel great. It nearly never helps you better your current performance. Furthermore, it stifles your interest and ambition, making it harder to maintain effort over time. It happens to everyone at some point. Every one of us has a harsh critic inside our heads at times. Who's to say you must put up with your ugly and negative thoughts about yourself? The ultimate display of strength is the ability to silence one's inner critic. It's a huge step toward becoming more focused and productive in general. To get started on the path to personal development, you must first grasp what it means to criticize oneself and where such criticism comes. We all battle with demands, stress, sickness, losses, and the vulnerabilities and suffering we encounter. Even if many of our problems, understood in the broad sense that I'm using the term, are associated with activities required to achieve primary forms of fulfillment, such as starting a business or raising a family, financial difficulties, an old parent with dementia, a baby with colic, a challenging quarter at work or in college, a belligerent neighbor, or challenges in an intimate relationship are all problems in the world. In addition, there are issues in one's life, such as disagreements in a close relationship. Some problems, such as illness, an injury, or a predisposition to out-of-whack hormones, begin in the body. And some difficulties come to mind, such as anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, childhood suffering, trauma, learning challenges, fear of public speaking, or anguish over a loss. Finally, an issue could result from a mix of causes. The joy, such as hatred arising from poor treatment at work. We require resources to handle the issues. A fundamental paradigm in psychology and medicine, the path that a person chooses in their life, whether for a day, a year, or their entire lifetime, is determined by only two factors: issues, including obstacles and vulnerabilities, and resources. When there are more difficulties, the available resources must likewise rise. How? The planet, your own body, and your thoughts are all potential resources. There does not have to be a link between the resource's location and the problem site. For example, having better health insurance, a world resource, could help with a chronic sickness, a body issue, and having more self-confidence, a mind resource, could help with the need to assert yourself at work. Both of these examples are about problems that arise within the body. I will focus on the resources you already have in your head, which I refer to as your inner strengths. For example, capabilities like mindfulness, emotional intelligence, and resilience, positive emotions like gratitude, love, and self-compassion, attitudes like openness, confidence, and determination, somatic inclinations like relaxation, grit, and helpfulness, and virtues like honesty, compassion, and generosity are among these. Example: generosity, courage, wisdom. Indeed, doing all you can to improve the resources in your surroundings, such as building a friendship with someone at work, and the resources in your body is valuable, such as getting more exercise. Building resources in the world and the body can be time-consuming and challenging. Nevertheless, you have more control over building resources in your mind. Furthermore, as your mental resources expand, they will help you build resources in your body and the world around you. Consider the 4 questions below to help you develop your inner strengths, particularly the ones that will be most useful when coping with a challenge. You can use them for your goals or collaborate with others to study them. Throughout the process, it is critical to retain an attitude of innovation, kindness to oneself, and curiosity. To begin with, most people require more than mere success in their life. It is sufficient to achieve success. Success, on the other hand, will only increase the pressure you feel to accomplish even more in the time immediately after the completion of a goal if you are unrelenting. Then you turn your attention to the next impediment in your path. Second, don't think that no one will believe you when you say you already know what you need to do and how to achieve it. What is it that is holding you back? Rather than analyzing and thinking about the issue, act in a way that syncs with your sense. Moreover, have complete faith in yourself. Follow your instincts and do what you believe is right. According to Oprah, every successful decision I've ever made comes from my gut. Citation required. Every wrong decision I made directly resulted from my rejecting my inner voice's advice. You've already given up as soon as you allow yourself to think. You get out of the zone when you feel too rapidly. Third, don't be motivated by money or anything else outside of yourself. It's fantastic that you have good things, but you've never been concerned with money, prestige, or anything else. You won't notice any difference in your condition if you get rid of these things. You're not going to back down from pushing yourself and giving it your all. Giving them these things won't be as bad for you as for everyone else. 4. The vast majority of individuals always maintain control. You have greater control over what you put into your body, how you spend your time, and how long you can stay in the zone than most people who rely on drugs or other external stimuli. Act on what comes naturally rather than on impulse. You don't have to do anything just because you can. can, and when you do, it is not because you are forced to, but because you are inspired to. 5. You should never relax the strain. Most people can handle modest levels of stress, but when they are free to make judgments, they prefer to let go and relax. Not you, sir. You never let up on the pressure, but consistently increase the intensity of the force that keeps you aware and active. It would help if you were not afraid of the consequences of failing an undertaking. Most individuals want to stay low to the ground, where they are safer. They won't be wounded too much if they fall, but if you opt to soar high, you risk losing and being murdered. You're not concerned because there's no roof or floor above you. You made it up in your head. If something goes wrong or you are unsuccessful, you must make modifications and continue. 6. It would help if you prioritized your mental wellness. Because most individuals crack under pressure, your success will be directly proportional to your ability to keep cool in high-stakes situations. By far, the most helpful type of training is mental training. Your body will move in the direction that your mind directs. Your life will unfold in the order of your thinking. Place yourself in the company of people who will motivate you to look ahead rather than back. It won't be easy to progress if you surround yourself with people who continuously remind you of the future rather than the past. As a result, we cannot escape some roles we have been cast in, such as the chubby child or the quiet individual. When you surround yourself with individuals you aim to be like, you can create a blank slate for yourself. Your past no longer can define you, only the future you create for yourself. 7. Let go, but remember that to be unstoppable, you must not carry any mental or emotional baggage that is not required. As a result, you will be compelled to forgive everyone who has wounded you wholly and immediately. But on the other hand, forgiveness does not imply forgetting what someone has done to you, nor does it include continuing to do business with the person or individuals who have mistreated you. Number 8. Be unconventional and one of a kind. Putting one's wacky thoughts and other ideas into action takes a lot of guts. Individuals who put their crazy ideas into action, on the other hand, are the ones that move the world ahead. Ideas as daring and strange as these will strike you like lightning bolts circling the sky. Check that you have the mental capacity to act on them before they vanish. Number 9. Immersing and perceiving. I was reading Dr. Maxwell Meltz's work when I came across his fascinating idea about visualization in psychocybernetics. The book planned to create a mind movie in which images would serve as the foundation for mental processes in the brain. The valves teach us that our brains and neurological systems are nothing more than obedient servants to the images we create in our minds. Lastly, an excellent book, The 10X Rule, by Grant Cardone, teaches that to be successful in life, we must take a lot of action. Assume that every activity you pursue will involve more time, money, energy, effort, and staff than you can imagine, he said. Every expectation should be multiplied by 10, and you should be safe. The essence of Cardone's thesis is that you will succeed in reaching your goal if you first identify what you want, then pursue it with intensity and hyper-focus, and last define what it means to engage in 10 times activity. This topic will most likely look to be quite a lot. However, when put into practice, it becomes simple. Once you grasp these tips and advice, your daily life will be brimming with opportunities to observe or create experiences of this vital psychological resource, which is your inner power. After that, you can absorb and incorporate it into your identity, carrying it everywhere. If you do not yet have a good grasp on this vital resource, you can always look for genuine chances to feel cared for, such as being included, seen, appreciated, or loved. Love, in its broadest sense, is the most beneficial compliment. If you want to know more about this kind of self-improvement, check my latest video out which talked about something significant but often overlooked: inner darkness. Many try to ignore or push it away, but that's not the answer. I will show you how to deal with your inner darkness healthily and find peace. So grab a cup of coffee and head to that video now.